And you're hustling, you're trying everything, but the clients aren't coming. And if you're honest, you've probably asked yourself the question that every founder whispers in their head at some point. Is it me? Well, here's the truth that stings a little. Most small businesses don't fail because their founder isn't working hard enough. They fail because their marketing is broken. Take Jamie, for example. Jamie launched her consulting business and poured thousands of dollars into ads. She was everywhere. She was on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, even a podcast guest or two. Her calendar was full of conversations, but none of them converted. The moment of tension came when Jamie sat at her desk and said, I don't get it. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Why isn't it working? Her limiting belief was that more visibility automatically meant more sales. Well, the pivot point happened when she realized people were seeing her message, but they weren't understanding it. And that's when everything changed. The new insight that she learned, marketing isn't about shouting louder, it's about speaking clear. So if you've been hustling but not seeing results, this is for you. You're in the right place. This episode is for you if you feel like you're doing everything and still not making traction. Or maybe you're tired of inconsistent, unpredictable revenue. Or maybe you second guess your offers, your content, and your entire strategy. Or maybe you're comparing yourself to others who seem further ahead. Well, by the end of our time together, you'll understand the real reason most small business marketing fails. You'll know the 4 ingredients of a winning strategy, and you'll have 4 practical action steps that you can apply this week to fix your marketing. All right, let's go ahead and jump into lesson 1, clarity beats effort. So let's start with this. You might be thinking, Brian, I'm working harder than I've ever worked. So why isn't it working? Well, here's the thing. Hard work doesn't always equal growth, because if your message isn't clear, all that extra effort just creates more noise. Confused people don't buy. Instead of pushing harder, let's get sharper. Let's get clear. So here's a quick exercise. Write one simple sentence that explains what you do and use this formula. I help blank, who you serve, get the result that they want without blank, the frustration that they're sick of. I help blank, who is who you serve, fill in the blank with who you serve, get blank, the result that they want without blank, the frustration they're sick of. That's it. If you can't explain it simple, then your customers definitely won't get it either. All right, so let's make that all practical. So here's what that could look like for someone like you. I'm going to fill in with a little bit of my business and me with this mini course helping you with marketing. So it would go like this. I help startup entrepreneurs, that's who I serve, create a clear marketing plan, right? That's what you want, that attracts clients without burning out on endless hustle. That's what you're trying to avoid. So you see how that works? It's clear who I serve, the result that they want, and the frustration they want to avoid. Now, imagine if you had one clear sentence like that. So every time someone asks what you do, you're not fumbling for words. Every post, every video, every sales call comes back to that same clear message. That's the power of clarity. Once you've got clarity, the next question becomes, okay, how do I use this in my marketing? And that's where strategy comes in. Lesson 2, strategy before tactics. So I see so many entrepreneurs chasing tactics, jumping on the latest social media trend or trying a new tool because someone online swore it was the secret to success. Well, the problem is without a strategy, all those tactics just drain your time and energy. So here's the truth. Strategy sets the direction and tactics are just the tools to get you there. So this week, I want you to stop chasing hacks and instead answer this one question. What's the single most important marketing goal I want to hit in the next 90 days? Is it more leads? Is it higher conversions? Is it repeat client? Whatever it is, pick one, write it down, and let that goal become the filter for every marketing decision that you make. Now that you've got your clarity and you know your goal, the next step is to guide your customers. And this is where most small businesses either rush too fast or never make the ask at all. So that brings us to lesson 3, build a simple customer journey. Okay, so here's another common trap, asking for the sale too soon or never asking at all. So if your marketing is a random mix of buy now post or endless value without ever making an offer, it's no wonder people aren't moving forward. Here's the principle. People buy when they feel understood and guided, not pressured. So let's make it simple. Every customer journey can be broken into 3 steps. Step 1 is attract. That's where you grab attention with a clear message. For example, imagine you post on LinkedIn, you post most small businesses fail, not because they're lazy, but because their marketing isn't clear. Here's one sentence that'll fix it. That kind of post grabs the attention of the exact person struggling with that problem. Step 2 is nurture. And this is where you provide value, you share insights, and you build trust. Maybe the person who read that post downloads your free guide or listens to your podcast. Now you're giving them value and you're showing them you understand their struggles. Step 3 is invite. After they've gotten value, you confidently make an offer. Something like, if you're ready to stop guessing at your marketing and build a strategy that works, let's talk about coaching through my Driven Owner program. Think of it like dating. You don't propose on the first coffee date, but you also don't stay just friends forever. No overcomplication, no 27-step funnel, just attract, nurture, invite. Once you've got your journey mapped out, there's one last piece that most people miss, the part that actually tells you if all this is working, which brings us to lesson 4, measure what matters. A lot of business owners obsess over likes and views and followers. And hey, those numbers, they do feel good, but they don't pay the bills. But what actually matters are the numbers that lead directly to revenue, like sales calls booked or new clients signed or purchases made, right? The principle is simple. What gets measured gets improved. So your action step this week is to pick one number that ties directly to revenue. Forget vanity metrics for a while. Focus on the number that matters most to your growth. When your marketing feels scattered, your results feel scattered. That's why the Driven Owner pillar of winning strategy is so critical. Because when you align your clarity, your strategy, and your customer journey and your metrics, you move from chaos to confidence, and confidence creates consistent revenue. And if you're listening, you're thinking, Brian, I need help creating this winning strategy. You don't have to figure it out alone. That's exactly what I help business owners do inside my Driven Owner one-on-one coaching program. And if you want to grow inside a supportive community of preneurs, I want to invite you to check out the DRIVENpreneur membership community, or check out both of them. I'm going to invite you to both. You can find both below this episode. Both are designed to help you stop hustling blindly and finally build a marketing strategy that works. So let's recap the 4 lessons. 1 is clarity beats effort, strategy before tactics, build a simple customer journey, and 4, measure what matters. Now, here's your challenge. Pick one of these action steps and commit to it this week. Write it down, put it into practice, because clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. Until next time, stay clear, stay focused, stay driven.